Chaz and AJ in the morning. Charles Grodin is in studio. You probably know him from the Beethoven movies.
Yep.
Or Midnight Run.
Right.
Or all of his appearances on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson or with Letterman or on Saturday Night Live.
Right. Seems like old times.
Yeah. Like, I want to ask you about Johnny Carson. How did that all come about? Like, you had this way about you when you were on the show. It was almost antagonistic, like you and Johnny back and forth.
It was early 1973. I had just opened in a movie in December, The Heartbreak Kid, and because it was successful, they booked me on The Tonight Show, and I'm standing back there waiting to go on. It was like 6 minutes to 1, the last guest, you know. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do when I get out there? There's 500 people in the audience. Millions are watching on television. There's a band. What am I going to say? It was a lot of fun to do the movie. I enjoyed it. I think the audience would enjoy it. You know, it didn't seem like it was worthy of television. So I just instinctively went out, and he'd say to me, have your parents seen the movie? I said, no, they're waiting till it comes to the neighborhood theaters. And that built to kind of really a contrarian. Once with Letterman, as I was walking out, I acted like I didn't know the camera was on me. I turned around and yelled off stage, I was told I'd be paid before I came out here. Because if you go out there and just straight stuff, to me, it doesn't work. It's not as good as it could be.
You know, back then, you go on that show, that was the make or break. There was one late night show. And everybody watched it.
Yeah.
And if you went on and you sucked, you were done.
You were.
Right? So did you feel any of that pressure when you were backstage the first time?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. That's why I developed a character. Because
do you remember who was on before you?
I don't. But I know.
I read somewhere it was Diana Ross.
Oh, it could have been.
And she did a medley of her hits.
Right.
Yeah. That's tough to come on after.
Yeah, go follow Diana Ross and sing a medley of her hits. If I sang a medley of my hit, it wouldn't be the same as Diana.
We still remember it.
So Heartbreak Kid with Cybill Shepherd. I mean, that must have been an experience of a lifetime. This is Cybill Shepherd in the height of her hotness.
Yeah, one of her early, she must have been, I don't know, she was pretty young. And
yeah. Unbelievably beautiful.
And she wrote a book, and she, like Mary Lou Henner did this too. She mentioned everybody she'd slept with. Cybill Shepherd put this in a book, and I was one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew you. He's awake now. Yes.
Well, I didn't want to be rude and ask. Yeah, like that was on my mind as I was looking at clips from that movie. She's so beautiful in that movie.
Well, I saw her, maybe the recent years, and I said, why would you put that in a book? And she said, you're lucky I put you in there.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to thank you.
She's like, do I want to put him on the list?
Right.
Yeah, because it's out there forever. You can't take it back.